Hey, Todd, how you doing?
Doing great. It's another episode of
Your Daily Scrum.
We're really mixing it up, these intros, keeping people on their toes.
I know.
Yeah.
Everyone just thought I was going to start rambling. Nice. All right. I hope everyone out there is doing great today, wherever you're at, whatever time or day it is. It's another episode of Your Daily Scrum. Look, we get together every day to try to figure out how to best answer your questions. We hope you're adding questions to the mix. Leave us a comment below so that Todd and I, this guy over here, Todd Miller, and me, Ryan Ripley, we can take a shot at helping you with something that might be giving you a little hassle with the Scrum framework, right? So let's see if we can help each other, drop some questions, and we'll drop some answers. Today's question: when is the definition of done created? So in the beginning, Todd, the team created the. We're going to turn this into a sermon, right?
Yeah.
No, of course not. It's a great question, though. There's it's not explicitly stated, right?
Yeah.
When the definition of done is created. So in your experience, Todd, you're working with a new team. Let's set a context here. Brand new team. They've just gone to one of our awesome PSM training courses. They're coming out. They're all certified in the framework. They understand how Scrum works. All that stuff is in place. They're getting ready to get started with their first sprint. When do they create that definition of done?
I mean, this is a total opinion piece, right? So,
Yeah.
And I've done this. I've done this a multitude of ways, and it's for some reason it's tempting to say before their first planning, but they may not even know at that point. So I'm tempted to answer this, and looking back through my brain. As far back as my brain lets it remember itself. But as long as they, I think, get to the first sprint review with a definition of done, just so they can create that transparency, right? Like it should really happen in their first sprint. I mean, I think it's totally okay if they have a little bit of a conversation before they even begin the work, but they might not even know. But I think I think it would be totally okay to have it, so long as you have a definition of done by the end of the first sprint. And I usually am telling teams like min spec. What's the minimum right now? And then we'll evolve this thing as we go. What do you think?
Yeah, I would tend to agree. I think it's going to be by the end of that first sprint, only because of the language that is I think the Scrum Guide hints that the moment a product backlog item meets the definition of done, an increment is born. Right. And I think so, regardless of if it's during sprint, maybe I like your min spec idea.
Yeah.
Maybe we take a few minutes in sprint planning. We do a min spec on what quality means. We get that initial version of the definition of done in place. We start working towards that if we need to iterate on it. The sprint retrospective is a great place to do it. But whether it's during sprint planning or a few days after we start the sprint, I think in order to actually say that we have an increment, though, Todd, we have to have that commitment of done defined, right?
Yeah. I think that's fair. I think these are all good conversations to have and think of. And it's making me think of people that are watching this right now thinking, I have a Scrum team and we don't have one. When do we create it? I would say as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Right. As soon as humanly possible. And I'm also thinking people are probably confused because, a lot of people confuse the definition of done with acceptance criteria, Ryan. Right. So maybe I'm going to write that down as a future video for us. I don't think we'll get into that now. We'll just get into the definition of done as it stands for a team and when it's created. But I will take note that we should have that conversation.
Yeah. And so, let's get that definition of done as soon as responsibly possible so that we can meet that commitment to the increment. And this is, just keep in mind, this is something that we are supposed to inspect and adapt each and every sprint during our retrospective. And so don't worry if it's not perfect on the first pass. We're actually supposed to check and make sure and see if we could make it more strict to raise quality each and every sprint, right? So if it's not perfect the first time, guess what? You get another crack at it each and every sprint or as needed, right?
Yeah. And it shouldn't be perfect and so restrictive the first time.
Right. Absolutely.
Good enough that you can create some transparency around what it means to be done for your team right now between the developers and the product owner and between the Scrum team and the stakeholders. And remember, the whole Scrum team is involved in this conversation as per Scrum Guide 2020.
Perfect. All right. So we hope that helped. Don't get too hung up on this. Just go forward, get a good definition of done, good enough for now. and you're going to continue to iterate on that going forward.
Right on.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Your Daily Scrum.
Daily Scrum.
You got it. You got the echo.
Yeah.
We hope this episode helps shine a little bit of light on the definition of done and when it could be created. Let us know in the comments. Did this make sense? Do you have any other questions about definition of done? We'd love to turn your questions into the next episode of Your Daily Scrum. So leave those questions and comments below and let us know how we're doing and what we can answer for you next. Hit the like and subscribe button just in case we take your question and turn it into a video. Wouldn't it be nice to know when it launches? So hit that like and subscribe so you know that we've released something new. Check out the socials. It's all at Agile for Humans. For Todd Miller, I'm Ryan Ripley. This is Your Daily Scrum. We hope you have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.
See you. Cheers.